Good morning. Good morning, motherfuckers. Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day, when Americans eat a big dinner and give thanks for all their blessings. The first Thanksgiving was celebrated by the Pilgrims in 1621, after a terrible first year in America, during which half of them died of starvation and disease. In fact, only 4 women were left alive to oversee preparations for the Thanksgiving feast. So today I'd like to share an annual Thanksgiving tradition, which is to read a brief history of the Pilgrims' arrival in America, based on the account of William Bradford, himself a pilgrim who made the journey. Yes, millions of Americans read this account, which I'm about to read, every year on Thanksgiving. It's pretty old-fashioned English. Here beginneth the chronicle of those memorable circumstances of the year 1620. So the Pilgrims left that goodly and pleasant city of Leyden, which had been their resting place for more than 11 years. When they came to Delfs-Haven, they found the ship and all things ready. The next day they went on board, and their friends with them, where truly doleful was the sight of that sad and mournful parting, to hear what sighs and sobs and prayers did sound amongst them. And then, with mutual embraces and many tears, they took their leaves one of another, which proved to be the last leave to many of them. Upon arriving, and being now past the vast ocean, and a sea of troubles before them in expectations, they had now no friends to welcome, no inns to entertain or refresh them, no houses, much less towns, to seek shelter in. And for the season, it was winter, and they that know the winters of the country know them to be sharp and violent, subject to cruel and fierce storms. Besides, what could they see but a hideous and desolate wilderness, full of wild beasts and wild men? And what multitudes of them there were, they then knew not. For which way soever they turned their eyes, they could find but little comfort. For it being winter, the whole country, full of woods and thickets, represented a wild and savage hue. If they looked behind them, all they saw was a mighty ocean which they had passed, and which now stood as a vast gulf to separate them from all the civil parts of the world. That's it. Class 2A, please join the English Fun Time activity today at 1:10 p.m. in room 111.